Welcome to Spiritually Imperfect, the show where the metaphysical meets the practical. This is your space to explore the mysteries of the universe, embrace spiritual growth, and connect with the energies all around us. No one spiritual journey is perfect, but that's the beauty of it. Hosts Mike and Jen bring their unique blend of perspective, humor, and heartfelt nature to every episode. Whether encouraging, facilitating readings, or diving into exploring mediumship, energy healing, or searching for clarity, Spiritually Imperfect is a place to where discussions of the collective experiences that we all share comes to the surface. Now, here are your hosts of Spiritually Imperfect, Michael Christopher and Jennifer Lee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Michael.
So we're keeping people on their toes. We switch up days regularly. So nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going on.
Here we are on a Tuesday again, right?
Yesterday, Jen was emailing me or messaging me and, hey, I'll tell you the story tomorrow. I'm like, what's with tomorrow? We don't meet up till Wednesday. And I was like, then the second one came in saying, I'll tell you tomorrow. I'm like,
No,
what's going on here? And I was like, oh,
I
wait,
said
we're doing
I'll
this.
see you tomorrow. That's what I said.
And then I finally looked at my calendar. I was like, oh, that's right.
That's right. Oh,
I did TikTok yesterday again. I'm just a glutton for punishment. I'm back on there.
Yeah,
again.
you are. How did that go?
It was good. I kind of just talked and worked, explaining my process. And I do that every now and then. I might have to do it again today, or we may have to do that again today. Because it's about just helping people understand how all this works.
Right.
So, I just kind of, I tried to narrate what I was experiencing it as I'm experiencing it to give people an idea of it's not just spirit coming in and like sits down next to me and we have this like verbal conversation.
Right, of what actually happens and goes on. So I see some people coming in. I just wanted to say hi really quick. CJ, Keurig, I see Christine there.
Hello,
Tammy,
Christine.
Evie, there's Joni and Mark. Good morning, Jacqueline. Ooh, Christine. Love to hear.
You got to tell us, Christine. You can't leave us hanging.
Right. Love to hear.
Morning, Mark. Joni. Hello, Jess.
Hello, Jess.
So, yeah. Now my mind just went blank again. That happens a lot. It's buffering. As you get older, your mind buffers. I'll just say that.
You have all those tabs open. You have to close a few. At least in my case, I have to close some of those tabs down.
Way too many tabs because I just get, yeah.
So I'm in Steamboat Springs, Colorado today, and it's absolutely beautiful here. It's so beautiful. But I do want to tell you guys about a little garden that I went to. They have a botanical garden here. Mm-hmm. And so I went to go look at the garden, and the fall colors are amazing. But the cool thing about this garden was it had different areas were designated, like families could go in and tend just one area of this beautiful garden. Mm-hmm. Most of them, they were in memory of a loved one, and they were so beautiful. They just had the neatest little quotes, and then they would go tend this garden in this huge botanical gardens. And it was just beautiful. I loved just reading the little plaques. And there was a quote on there, something about believing that is what heaven is like, just tending to a garden. Anyway, it was cool. It was such a beautiful experience, especially in the fall, because it's so pretty here.
You sprained your ankle. What the heck? That wasn't in the cards.
Well, she only sprained her foot, what she said, by falling down some stairs. It could have been much worse, but yeah, sorry about your foot.
Did we pull a card saying you were going to sprain your foot? I hope not.
It was divine protection. Oh, wow.
Wow.
You know, Michael and I were talking about that because before I left on this trip,
Jen's
I hadn't even
Adventures.
I had not even left the driveway, and I had backed into I literally backed into a ditch that is right there in front of the house. I just backed right into this ditch. I was all the way buried in sand. The, the bumper was, and I just told Michael, I said, I don't know, but there's a reason. There's a reason I'm being delayed. I had to get pulled out of the ditch before I even started the road trip.
That's not a good start. Well, Christine,
Oh, you know
definitely
what?
glad you missed the crash. Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
But you have all the fun on road trips. When we went to South Dakota, you ended up driving back through an ice storm.
Yeah, driving back through that ice storm was crazy. Look, I just got to the point where everything is an adventure now, so it can't rattle me. It's
That's how you
an
got to look
adventure.
at it. Everything's
And
an
now,
adventure.
yes, everything is an adventure for sure.
Wow.
This is a nice room, though. You should have saw the freaking, oh my gosh, the sketchy ass place I landed myself in night one. I was like, nope. I don't have to stay here.
So here we are. As usual, we don't have a topic today. Because I know a lot of the people that are watching this morning probably heard my rambling about walking through a connection and how it works.
Yes.
I mean, if that's an interest, again, we can talk a little bit about that. Or
if you have any questions.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions, or do you have a topic of discussion? We try our best. We don't know everything, even though some people think we do. We don't. But we'll probably get into some readings here shortly. And again, we kind of just do the readings randomly. So we just kind of see, sometimes it's a connection with somebody on the other side. Sometimes it's intuitive. We should probably just start, like we've talked about, pulling people with us live.
Yes.
Because they do go quicker.
I think we have to set that up, though.
Yeah. I know it's just a matter of clicking a link and putting it in their search engine, but the last time was an adventure.
It was an adventure. So I see a couple more people popping in. Good morning, Brenda. There's Laura and Sarah. Miranda. Ooh, there goes my card.
Oh, Carlos yesterday. Yeah. Laura's saying Carlos and we did a live last night.
Yeah.
And Laura's just giving us feedback on that his nickname was Little Willie.
Little Willie.
Her dad. I always blank on questions. I know, Jess. We put that out there, and that's usually what we get. It's like, I can't think anything right now. And as soon as we're away, it's like, oh, there was one. This is interesting. No, go ahead.
No, go first.
I almost forgot what I was about to say. It's about the ego and what I'm experiencing since I made this decision again for the 5th time. But it's kind of like I understand things a little bit more now about how the ego really tries to protect you from doing something that's completely irrational. And again, I was telling Sheila, and I'm sure you're going through the same thing since you're in that same boat. It's kind of like you get excited, you make this decision, completely changing course and getting away from what you've been doing. And initially it feels like really good. And then the next day, here comes those thoughts, those intrusive thoughts trying to protect you about, why are you doing this? You're leaving something very stable, this is so irrational. So your mind or the ego is like there chirping in your ear about why, dude, really, you're going to do this? But And I just watched this video on YouTube about that. And it's kind of like when you get to that point, that moment is like, it's like that's the quantum moment about to happen, that quantum shift that's about to happen.
Yep.
And it's like you just sit with that thought, acknowledge it, and you just keep going. You just keep going. But it's weird. It's like, as I'm listening to this video, I get some strange visualizations, but it was like being in this bubble. And it's like you're trying to get out of this bubble. And it's like, it's the fear. It's that fear trying to keep you trapped. And it's like, as I'm listening to this woman explain the quantum shift and the quantum leap, you just see yourself breaking through that bubble and then looking back about, where you were, and then realizing in a way how irrational it is that you believe this limiting belief.
Right. The bubble is made entirely of false thoughts. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. And once you break those, you automatically shift yourself onto a new timeline. But yeah, I understand what you're talking about, Michael, because it kind of goes like this for me. But I've gotten much better at just kind of riding the wave, riding the flow. And I got to tell you that I have these moments of extreme clarity. And yesterday was one of them. I was here again on a little road trip in Colorado. And I just had this moment of realization of you're doing exactly what you said you were going to do. Like, look how far you have come. Here you are.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And I have those moments of huge realization of how far that I have come. And that, it's not only a possibility, it's already ours. We just have to reach and go get it. And I've had to step out of my comfort zone. So many times.
Yeah.
So many times since I made the shift. And I was thinking, I think it's been like 7 weeks. But I'm doing the things that I said I was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the shift, I feel the move, and I just have to have complete and total faith in that I'm doing those things that I want to do. And by doing the things that I want to do, and that are, I just feel like it's my sole purpose. By doing those things, I'm going to get where I need to be. That may not look exactly, like I thought that it might look 10 years ago, but I'm going to get there. Yeah, fear is a trap. Exactly. And once you work your way around that, everything is possible. Everything.
And some of the things I'm just kind of discovering now about quantum physics and the mindset and reality, it's kind of like, wow, I wish I would have listened to this, years ago when I was trying to plan for this. But one of the most recent, again, another interesting YouTuber. There's a lot of resources on YouTube. I mean, we all know that. But the other thing, that picturing yourself, imagining yourself already where you want to be. And it's kind of hard. It is for my mind, but it's kind of, you just have to like envision that you're already that person in that reality, right. Doing the things and picturing, exactly what you want to do and how your life looks. And it's just shifting into that reality. And I mean, I'm sure that's right along with principles of manifestation, so I'm sure I'm not telling anybody anything new. But it's just interesting when you actually, well, for me, when I've actually made an effort to pay attention and trying to, grab onto the concepts about it. But, one of the things that I did read about, I got to stop reading because a lot of stuff, I like pictures, so I watch videos about it. But it's literally like putting your stick in the ground and just,
and claiming it
and then taking action to do it. But it's interesting that once I did that, there was 2 small little things that happened almost a couple days later. And it was kind of like, wow, pay attention, because this is what's, what to come. I can't talk this morning as usual. But the other thing is stop trying to visualize an expectation about how this is going to play out. That there's doors opening, there's people discussing, I'll just say you and I, because we're going through the same thing. There's people that already know about us that are probably talking about us. And what I'm trying to make a point about is that opportunities are to come our way that, our mind probably could not even create, the way that it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And that has happened to me in the last 7 weeks, like opportunity.
Yeah.
And this is something that I had to learn when my hands are already full. There's no room for opportunity. So there were a lot of things that had to go, a lot of things that had to change so that I could grab opportunity, that my hands at my plate were not too full. So when that opportunity comes, I can grab that opportunity.
Yep. So it's both exciting and just terrifying at the same time.
It's so exciting. Think of it as an adventure. I'm telling you, that's what I've had to do, an adventure. And it is, every single day is. So KB, it's okay to fail. We have to learn to have the success. Absolutely. And if we don't know what failure is, how do we know what success is?
Yeah.
We have to, and actually like failure is just a building block. Now you're starting from this experience, you know what not to do. Right. So then you go on. So absolutely. It is definitely a teacher.
And I'm trying to change that language too. I don't look at anything anymore as a failure. I look at it as a lesson.
Yes.
Because I'm a pro at quitting my job and going back and quitting my job and going back. But I've learned a little something each time I've done that. And I'm not a quitter, I guess. I am, but I'm not. I never stop trying, it's like,
that's right.
So.
And we have to do what works for us in the moment too, I think.
Yes.
I think that because, we still have responsibilities, right? We still have to exist in this world. And so we can't just go being irresponsible and making irrational decisions because this is my dream.
Yeah.
So there has to be that balance in it, right? And so that's where the fear comes in, I think. Like, well, I know for me it is. I know for me, I'm like, okay, that conditioning of, okay, there's no 9 to 5, there's no, it's hard. It's hard to break out of. However, I did learn that I can't operate from the scarcity mindset of, oh no, there's no, set money coming in and live my dream, because they work against each other. I either got to have total faith and drop the scarcity mindset and not worry so much about that and just have faith that it's going to come along, because those work against each other.
And that's the other thing I'm slowly learning too. And again, going back to quantum physics, and your life's a mirror. And again, I know I'm preaching to the choir, but it's like, if you put out the thought of scarcity, that's what you're going to receive.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like, it's like, okay, I always throw the caveat when I have one of those thoughts. I'm like, whoa. I'm still trying to learn this. Don't hold that thought against me. Cause I'm like, because we're human. We're going to have those thoughts of, this is a great idea, but the mortgage is due in 4 days,
Right. But I have to pay, I have to eat.
But
yes, I like
it's the balance of reality and trying to shift it into the new reality, or, but
yes,
it really is. And someone just put a comment, what's going on in the world today. I really look at things like this. It's out of my control. I live, this is my reality. I look out and I see the trees. I'm happy. Yes, there's shit going on everywhere, but it's out of my control. I'm not taking part of it. I'm not looking at it. It's like, hey, that's not part of my world. And again, it's, it's choosing how you want to perceive things. You can look at everything as, people are just assholes, which I have a bad habit with that at times, especially when I look in the mirror. But you can choose to look at the other way too, and just realize that we're all the same. Everybody is going through some kind of shit right now. I mean, that's life, right? Everybody is going through something. Nobody is any more special than anybody else. So I am really trying to just keep that in mind, that, being out in public, people's reactions, it has nothing to do with you. All right. And I think we just have to look at that and have a little grace. And again, I'm listening to the words coming out of my mouth, because this is things that I am constantly trying to work on. Is like, just, it ain't worth losing your temper over someone's reaction or action. And just to keep in mind, again, the bottom line is just, people are going through a lot right now. And I am trying my best not to add to their stress.
Yeah, absolutely, we are.
So, Melissa, sending you prayers. I definitely can't give you an outcome on that, because that's not what I do. But just praying that everything, works out for the best. But yeah, so I guess we did go off on a tangent. So here we go. All right. So what do we want to do?
I have
Healer's
cards.
choice.
I have cards here.
All right.
I
I
have
do too.
some higher self messages. I have that deck. And I have a manifesting deck. So if you guys want a card, throw it up there. I think what cards do you have, Michael?
So this is a different Angels number oracle deck. I have two.
Nice.
Two. So I'm stuttering again. I get in the energy and I start stuttering.
So
I have two different kinds. What?
I'm going to pull an angel card for Melissa, though. Going in to get her nerves locked.
Yes.
Let's pull a real quick angel card.
So everybody send Melissa some good vibes.
Yes. All right, Melissa, let's see.
I also want to do mediumship this morning, for sure.
Okay, let's do it.
So,
you must be feeling something.
No, not yet, but I'm sure it's kind of just tune in and there they are. So after you go first.
Okay, I'm pulling this card for Melissa. They're just being kind of sticky. Hang on. Okay, so this card, this is a great card, actually. This card is gratitude. I'm grateful for many things in my life that bring me joy and comfort. That's a pretty card. And I'll read it really quick. The angels want you to remember, if you just pause and think for a moment, you might just recognize that you have so much to be thankful for, no matter how small these positive things might seem. So, you know what? I want to talk about this card for a minute, because that's something else on this journey that I take extra time every day to be aware of everything that I am grateful for and everything that I don't have, I do have, because during the transition, there are some things that I don't have. Everything has to change and shift. And so I find myself in gratitude a lot. Gratitude brings us more of the better things. So just a card, just to remind you. And Melissa, I'm sending you lots of love and hoping that everything goes smooth for you today. I do feel like it's going to bring you some relief. Okay, Michael.
I'm in my own little world over here. So I was just kind of trying to tune in, because Melissa said that her dad passed.
Okay.
Yep, 3 years ago.
I don't see that.
So I was just trying to make a connection with Dad. I can't promise anything, because I'm just feeling. So Melissa, I'm just going to go with what I'm feeling, and just here we go. So the first thing I felt when I saw your comment about your dad being on the other side, which this is kind of different, how he's coming in, but right away I feel like best friend. So I feel like, yes, obviously father, daughter, but I feel like best friend. And what is there? I keep hearing the name Rick over and over and over and over. So I don't know if there's a Rick here in a living or somebody on our other side. But I just have to acknowledge that I've been hearing the name Rick. Also, I need to talk about the month. Or did you put that in there? I don't want to repeat something you put in there, but there was something about the month of July. I need to acknowledge the month of July. And with regards to your dad, so I'm not sure what the yes is, if that's for the Rick or if that's for the month of July. But I'm seeing like IV treatments for your father. He just made me aware of having to have like IVs. So that was some part. He has an uncle, Rick. Okay. So Rick is also on the other side then, Melissa? I'm just going to say what I'm feeling. I feel that they are together. So that's just letting you know that he's just acknowledging Rick. So again, I got to go back to the intravenous. Nothing in July that I can. Okay, no worries. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I'm not feeling like I don't want to create a story in my mind around the intravenous treatment. But do you understand him having to go for treatments that will require IVs? This is interesting too, Melissa, because he's pointing at my he's talking about his hair because he's pointing at my head and he's like kind of teasing me about having no hair. And I'm just trying to get him to Rick or Rich. Okay. But he's saying I got my hair back. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but he's like, I have my hair. And I just want to go, I know this is quick, but I want to go into a message because I feel he just wants to talk with you. So Melissa, he's like, stop like denying what you're feeling about his presence. Cause he's like, I'm there, you know, I'm there, but it's like you like most of us, you're not trusting, but he's like, you need to understand that is me. When you feel me, that is me. And he's also saying like the bumblebees, he's sending you the bumblebees. Okay, IVs when he passed. Okay. And I know that's kind of vague with that, but there was something about that he wanted me to share. So there was the IVs. But he wants me to talk about the bumblebees being sent. I don't know, Jennifer, are you picking up anything?
Well, it was just interesting because you were seeing bumblebees, but I was seeing a spider. I had written down spider also as you were talking earlier. I was seeing the stars, and specifically I was seeing the Big Dipper. So I don't know, Melissa, if that makes any sense to you or not, but those are two of the things I wrote down as Michael was talking. So when you say that, I've not been feeling him around. Like I see those stars again, Melissa, and I don't know what significance that might have with him, but that's what I'm seeing. And again, it's the Big Dipper that he's showing me. Oh, she says a bee came in my window at work the other day.
Okay.
So
this is random too, completely random, but he wants me to talk I get this sense of a small fire that took place, and it's not something like devastating, but he's laughing about this. Was there a fire? Did something get set on fire? Because he's showing me like he wants me to talk about something that was set on fire by accident. And it was kind of like one of those oh shit moments.
Spiders,
Was it a
yes. I
toaster?
hate bugs.
Okay. Now he's showing me a toaster connected with this small fire. I'm just going to leave you with that, Melissa, and just know that he's around you. Again, I was just trying to see if there was anything last minute, but yeah, he just wanted me to talk about the fire, and then he showed me the toaster. So I'm going to leave with that. Again, Melissa, wishing you all the best during your procedure, sending you prayers.
Okay, I'm going to scroll up. Let's see, Angela.
Hello, Angela. Good morning.
Higher self or angel card. Do you want to pull an angel card, Michael, and I'll pull higher self card?
There was a house on fire. Okay. Again, I can't explain why they talk about what they talk about, but that's just his way of showing you that he's around, because he wanted me to talk about the house fire.
Faith is asking, so here's one of the questions you were talking about. Curious how you connect with someone on the other side of the screen versus in person. It's the very same way, because we're connecting with the energy, and the energy doesn't have the boundary of the screen. I hope that makes sense. It has no boundary.
Wow, so there was a house fire. Okay. At first I didn't feel it was that like devastating, but somebody set her mom and dad's house on fire.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. Okay. See, I got to highlight this for a second, because that's how your mind gets into it, because your dad showed me a fire. He wanted me to talk about the fire, and I allowed myself to create a story by thinking about it. So my mind goes searching, what about the fire? How did it start? And then I see a toaster. So that's the other thing with mediumship, is you just have to talk about what you're experiencing in that like millisecond. Because if you give your mind too much time to think about, why are they showing, why is this happening? Your mind's going to put the dots together and create a storyline.
Okay, Angela, higher self card. I had the toaster debacle.
You did?
Last week, remember? With the fire alarm, with the smoke alarm.
Oh, that. Okay. All right. So we're pulling for Angela, right?
Yes. Okay, right. There it is.
Angela.
Okay. Your heart always knows the way. Simply trust it. You actually had two cards that came out. So this one, and then when you rise to the challenge. So this is interesting, because we were talking about this earlier as well. When you rise to the challenge, it rises up to meet you. So basically these two cards, just exactly what they say. Your heart always knows the way. Simply trust it. Trust that intuition. And even when it feels challenging, even when it feels tough, if you rise to it, it'll rise to meet you. It's already yours. Again, and I can't say that enough. Like, it's already yours. Claim it.
So I also pulled two cards that actually came flying out for you, Angela. So the first one is cultivate. Okay. So cultivate positive attitude solutions and inspire people. The second one was nurturing, and just fulfilling life, nurturing passions, dreams, and enjoying the journey you're on. And I already know what you do with your spiritual work, but I'm just feeling like I need to talk about, just always keep in mind that you are reaching people. You are making a difference in people's lives. I don't know if the energy I feel is maybe sometimes that you feel like I should have a bigger audience than I do. And I feel I just need to go back and remind you that it doesn't matter how many people are there. Like, for instance, when you do your lives, just remember to keep in mind the importance of what you're doing. You are uplifting people. You are making a difference in their life. So I think it's just a reminder, that your work is important. Don't focus on the size of the audience. And I hope that makes sense.
Angela, do you have a mother in spirit? I do feel a mother energy around. I get that, Jess.
Yeah.
Your smoke alarm is the dinner bell. I get that.
I don't know if Angela's still here or not.
That's okay. We'll just keep going.
Okay.
Just keep moving. Okay. Let's see. Jeremiah, I have a Mystic Manifesting Oracle deck. Okay, this does feel like a mother energy. I have a grandmother I was not close to and one in both. Okay. I gotcha. So I just want to tell you this energy does feel motherly. She would be very, very I don't know if this is connected to your grandmother. I just want to tell you what I see, and if anyone else can take this as well. So she does feel mother. She does feel very nurturing. Michael just had the card nurturing, which is interesting. She's showing me sunflowers. I see sunflowers in connection with her as well. Oh, crystal. Okay, gotcha. And I see she would be close to 90. I see 90. I see the number 90. So we'll just wait. If nobody claims it, I'll let her stay here and we'll keep going.
All right. I'll go back up through and I'll pull a card for Crystal.
Okay.
So Crystal. Crystal, do you have any questions about anything? If not, I'll just kind of go with what I feel when I connect with your energy. Crystal, do you work with, do you do any work with the metaphysical? Because I feel like I need to talk about, do you see auras around people? I can't answer that because that's a personal choice about what you want to do. As far as a career, I can't, it's really nothing for spirit to tell us, yes, do this, no, do that. Or, what does your gut tell you? Only you can make that decision. Yes and ors. Okay. I feel I need to talk about that because that's what came up first. And it's more or less this feeling of, I just feel you need to explore that. You need to practice with it. But there's something with the metaphysical that needs to come out for you. Again, don't look at this as this is a career path, but I feel it's something you need to explore. And this is interesting too. I'm just going to go with it. Do you have a grandmother on the other side that would have worked with the metaphysical? Because there's something about the lineage and this is exactly how I felt it, like grandmother. I feel grandmother on mom's side that had these abilities as well. And it's almost like I show it, they're showing me like skipping a generation. Your grandmother did. Okay. All right. And you like to do work with animals. Okay. I'm just going to say something really quick. I'm curious to see what you feel when I say this. Doing Reiki on animals, is that something that has ever like crossed your mind? And I'm only going there because you brought up the animals and we're talking about the metaphysical, but there's this connection. Then I'm curious to see what you feel about that. Okay. And I'm kind of feeling that I need to just say, it's like, see, you've already had these thoughts and feelings. And it's like, again, I'm just validating that what you're feeling, these thoughts, these are your guides, like nudging you to not just, look at life as a linear thing that I'm only going to do this. Like, this is my career. This is who I identify as, or this is my identity. And this is a lesson for all of us that we're here to do more than just one thing. So yeah, I would just say, just go forward with that and just experiment with it.
Access bars.
I do access bars. I'm not sure what that is. Access bars.
It's kind of cool. It's some kind of mind clearing. I've had it done. I don't know exactly how it works, but some kind of, I don't know if it actually cleared my mind, but it is a modality.
Interesting, because I was thinking like the protein bars.
No.
I was like, well, that's cool. You do access bars.
No.
Now I get it.
No, it's a healing modality.
There you go.
It has to do with clearing out the junk in your head, I believe.
Crystal, just, dive into it. See where it leads you. All right, who's next?
Thank you, Angela. Okay, so I was drawn to Sienna. I saw her up here. Sienna, I think it's Sienna Ray. I drew a card for you right here. And this is the anxiety card. It says, I inhale peace and exhale worry. But when I read into this, and I'll read the card for you in a moment, it feels like you're coming into, for some reason, you're coming into a space that is not necessarily a space, but time. It feels like there's a lot of anxiety. It feels like there's a lot of discomfort and a lot of heaviness right now. This card is it's reminding you, the angels have come to comfort you and remind you that you are not alone. All assistance is accessible to you if you need it. It's a message for you to take some time out for yourself, to really kind of, it's just asking you to care for yourself. I hope that makes sense. It does kind of feel like you're in a little bit of a slump. So again, the card's reminding you that you are not alone. You are divinely protected. You are divinely guided. It's also encouraging you to reach out to resources, for resources. And I feel like those are within your immediate circle, if you can understand that. Oh, okay. You dropped your baby off at school and cried the whole way to work this morning. I'm so sorry. Know that you are not alone. Angels, they are providing you comfort, okay? I also don't know what's going on around this time of year. Is there, it feels like there's a birthday that I need to talk about. Would you understand that? And good luck to your little baby at school. That's such a hard one. It's hard.
And then we got to go back to Jeremiah because we did mention his name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Her daddy is in heaven. Today is my son Riker's birthday. Okay, there you go. Boom. that birthday is being acknowledged. So please, ooh, that gave me chills. So and that takes me back to this card about being comforted, being guided, being surrounded. Please know that I'm seeing a kitten with that. Do you understand a kitten? All of a sudden, I just see a little kitten. I'm gonna wait for just a second for Sienna. Okay, and no, we're waiting. So yeah, I think we need to talk to Kelly about putting links up next time.
Yeah, it's easier.
We can get through quicker.
While
Okay,
we're waiting.
I'm just gonna leave this with you. Know that your little guy's birthday is being acknowledged. Also, it was okay. The cat is not necessarily in spirit. I'm actually just seeing a kitten, and I'm going to leave that with you. I don't know where that's going to go, but it's not about a cat in spirit. It's just a kitten that I'm seeing when I read your comment. Her daddy is in heaven today, and it is my son Riker's birthday. So know that the birthday is being acknowledged, and please know this. Please know that your little girl did not go to her first day of school alone, and I'm going to leave the kitten with you as well. Okay. I'm glad you caught us finally. She had made a comment.
Well, yeah, because she was on the live. She's saying she hasn't seen us for a while. Then she turns on Facebook. I was on last night, tonight, or this morning. Right. So it's interesting. I got to go back to Jeremiah. Jeremiah, I know we've read for you before. I already know your dad's in spirit. And as soon as I saw your name, I felt your dad push forward. I'm just going to go with what he's making me feel, because he's like, I just need to tell him this. So I'm just going to go with this. He says, you need to start taking care of yourself. I don't know if you're going through a difficult low period, but that's what he's making me feel like I have to talk about this. And I just get the feeling like, don't be afraid to ask for help. He's like, don't be afraid to ask for help. He's very insistent with this. And I know this is personal, and I usually reserve and try not to go into this direction. That's what I'm feeling. Very low. Okay.
All right. Let's see if we can.
So, yeah, again, just you need to reach out. Let me see what else.
All right, I'm going to pull a higher self card while we're on Jeremiah.
So Jeremiah, also, he brings up your sister. Have you not checked in with your sister for a while? Because I feel like that's the other thing I need to talk about is like checking in with your sister. Does that make sense? Because he's making me feel, again, I'm going with what I'm feeling, but there's like a riff. I just want to wait for this reply. And
okay.
Then,
so I'm going to show the card that I pulled up.
Okay, makes sense. Oh, is that for Jeremiah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just while you were waiting. You are never lost, but only forging a path to new worlds. Which makes sense what you're talking about.
Yep. And it's like your dad's almost, I'm not going to say almost. This is what he's making me feel. It's like park your pride, cut the shit, your family. It's like your dad is very colorful sometimes with his language, but he's like, cut the shit. These little things aren't worth this bullshit. Sorry, but
that's how you're here.
That's the thought came in. I mean, exactly like that. So just know your dad's with you. And he's just looking out for the best. He wants, it's almost like, stop. So I'll leave that with you, Jeremiah, but sending you good vibes. Okay.
Sienna, I don't know if you're still here or not, but there was something else that came in while Michael was speaking. And you know, Michael, how you were explaining how things work? I got to explain how I kept seeing this.
Okay.
I have a t-shirt. I don't have it with me, but I kept seeing a t-shirt hanging in my closet. It says Chris Stapleton on it, and that will not go away. So I got to give that to Sienna. I feel like that's connected with her. There's music and Chris Stapleton in my awareness, and I do feel like that connects with Sienna. So if she's still here.
Yeah. We're almost to noon. Can you believe that?
We are. You're welcome, Jeremiah. Keep the faith too. Like, I feel like I need to tell you just to keep the faith. I'm just going to leave that right there. Things may not look exactly as you expect them to, but they're going to be okay. They're going to be all right. Just keep the faith in that. So we have 7 minutes, Michael. What do you think?
I got to go back to Jeremiah. Sorry. Okay. I'm just connecting with your energy right now, Jeremiah. Where you currently work, is it very toxic? I'm getting this sense like whatever work environment you're at, it's toxic. And it's almost like the feeling of pay attention to this. Again, it's about shifting to something else. And why do we ignore this? I just feel it's like this, whatever this is, it's like run its course. And it's almost like the universe kind of tapping at your shoulder to like, look over here. There are other possibilities. It's not worth this stress. So again, I just had to throw that in there. Hopefully it resonates with you. So what do you want to do? A collective?
Yeah.
Or did you have something in mind?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just playing with my eye over here. Okay, last 2 jobs were really bad, but I'm unemployed now. Keep the faith. Something is coming. And again, I feel like it may not look exactly as you think that it should, or you think that it will, but I do feel like it's coming. Keep that faith.
All right. So I'll pull one and then.
Which deck are you pulling from?
I'm going to pull from my Angel Numbers Oracle. Okay. So this is a collective. Yep. And then we'll go from there. Oh, there we go. Wow, interesting. So 80. So these are pretty high numbers for angel numbers, I guess. I don't know. I'm used to seeing the 3-digit. But this one is blessings, and it's just expressing gratitude, blessings, joy, and kindness. Cultivate a spirit of gratitude and appreciate the good things in your life by counting your blessings. You will find more joy and contentment. Share your gratitude with others and spread kindness wherever you go. And it's interesting because that kind of melds with what I was kind of babbling about earlier about just being mindful that, again, we're all going through something. Life is about ups and downs, and especially right now, today's environment, it's just a lot of just chaotic, just garbage. And it's like almost the feeling of instead of adding to it, try to just remember to be kind. And I'll stop there.
So that's very interesting. Here's the card I got, Michael. Everyone you meet is another part of you that wants to be loved. Michael was just saying, be kind.
Yep.
So
be kind.
Be kind.
All right. Well, I guess now next week we're on Wednesday again.
Yes, next week we'll be back on Wednesday. Next week I'll be back in my regular spots. Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see, right?
And just a reminder too, Jennifer and I both do private readings. I know
Yes.
everybody would like to get a reading during the show, but it's an hour and there are a lot of people and we can only take a few minutes per person.
Next week, maybe we'll try to throw the link up though.
Yes.
What do you
Yes.
think?
We
We'll
will
talk to
do
Ellie
that.
about that.
So, and it doesn't matter. You can be camera
Thank
shy
you.
as long as we hear your voice. It's all
That's
good. But yeah, I guess we'll end with that and have a good week, everybody. And we'll see you next week on Wednesday.
Yes, Wednesday.
Good day.